All right, welcome everyone to another lesson here for CodeBot's Silver level training. Today we're going to compare some role-based permissions workbooks next to each other from different instances. So to do that, we'll go into role-based permissions. We'll click in on Silver Training. Got company ID 029 and company ID 030. So two different workbooks. I'm also going to rename these. So this is iteration 1, this is iteration 2. You can see the company ID name there. And so 029 is going to be iteration 1. And 030 is iteration 2. What we're going to do is we're going to take this second one, we'll clone it. We'll call it iteration 3. We want to clone the configuration and the workbook. And we're going to pretend that this is our development instance, so we'll label it that way. Here you can see the development types, or the instance type. We've got development labeled for the 030 and testing labeled for 029. Now that this is ready to go, we'll click the hamburger menu and go to compare iterations. We're going to compare 3 to 1. You can see the difference between the two workbooks, and we'll click confirm and start. Now you can see the status is complete. The automation has finished. So let's click in on this workbook and see what it looks like. So everything in green is what matches between the two, but you can see there are these discrepancies highlighted in red. So when we go back to iteration 1, we're in RBP groups read only. We can see here this active membership is 5, whereas in 2 RBP groups read only it's 15. You can see that 15 is there and it's in red because it doesn't match. Same here. We notice a difference between the iterations there, and as we scroll down we've got more differences down below. When we go to RBP permissions, you can see here are the roles organized this way. RBP permissions, the roles organized this way. And when we go to 3, RBP permissions, you can see you've got roles that match and roles that don't. So all employees, that matches. All employees is there and matches well. But we've got these 3 new roles here that don't have a place in this, and so they're populated in red because there is no match. And you can scroll down and see the differences in all of the different roles that way. So again, that's the export version of role-based permissions, comparing 2 different workbooks from 2 different instances to see what matches and what doesn't match. The real world case for this again is if you've got instance types like testing and development, you can now compare role-based permissions between those 2 instances automatically. That iteration took 3 minutes and 18 seconds to come up with that report. Of course, it started by generating the 2 workbooks, but once you've got those 2 workbooks, you're just 3 minutes away from the compare.